Y'all want to know what's crazy? A year ago today, I was 37 weeks pregnant, and I'm 34 weeks pregnant right now. How? How is that so close? You know how cool it would be if they were born on the same day? Not cool, because this baby would be born a preemie, but that would be pretty cool. So we're 34 weeks today. So let's talk about the third trimester, how we've been feeling lately, symptoms, everything. So compared to my previous pregnancy, obviously I didn't really have anything going on. I didn't have a baby. I literally just was bed rotting, doing absolutely nothing the whole pregnancy, except for cleaning and getting the nursery ready, all that kind of stuff. So it has hit me this past 2 weeks. I'm exhausted. I cannot keep up. And I don't remember feeling this tired. But compared to my previous pregnancy, I was not able to sleep last pregnancy. But I'm getting amazing sleep now. I'll go to sleep, I don't even wake up at all during the night. Not even to pee. And that's crazy when I'm this pregnant. So very thankful for that. There hasn't been any lightning crotch, no morning sickness with either of my pregnancies. Yeast infections, yes, with both of them. More with my previous one rather than this one. Now I'm able to treat it because I know as soon as I get it, I know what it is. So I'm able to treat it. So I think that's why it's been better. Weird thing is that, on your bellies, normally you have that dark line going from your belly button down. I don't have that this pregnancy, so that's really weird. Very, very thankful. Everything's good. I don't have any stretch marks or anything, which I think is more of a hereditary thing more than treating it. I do moisturize my belly, not as much as I did last pregnancy, so hopefully we're all good there. But I am hoping to get induced, and I'm planning to get the epidural. Last labor, I did get induced at 38 and a half weeks. I had the epidural, and it was amazing. They gave me a painkiller, Pitocin? No, that's to induce me. So they gave me a cervical ripener to help dilate me and get me ready. And so that was a vaginal one. I think they gave me 2 of those. And then that worked pretty well. So I was starting to dilate. I was about at 4 centimeters, I think, when I decided to get the epidural, because I'm they were the only thing is if you get the epidural, you're not going to be able to get up. You're just going to be in bed. They're going to put a catheter in you. You're going to be stuck in bed. I'm what the hell else am I going to be doing while I'm waiting to have my baby anyway? So I was give me the epidural. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the epidural. Some people it doesn't work on. I have friends that say that the epidural didn't work on them. So, yeah. But it worked perfectly on me. My labor was amazing. Heavenly. I am so thankful, so blessed for such an amazing labor. And I am not going to have such high hopes for this one, because I think it could not have been any more perfect. So I went in at 7. I got in the room, everything. They started to give me everything. And then I was I am freaking hungry. Can I order food? So it's the middle of the night, midnight 1. And I'm I need to get some freaking food. So they were in between medications. They had to call the doctor, contact him to see if I could eat, depending on what they wanted to do with me. So I was able to eat in between the the vaginal inserts. So we ate, and I kind of hung out, and then after I ate, they gave me another one, and then my water broke, and then I started to dilate, and we were on a yoga ball, and I went through maybe like an hour or more of like contractions, and I'm like, I felt the contractions. I know what they feel like. I'm done feeling them. So give me. And I like kind of felt like guilty for getting the epidural. Like I was like, no, like I'm being weak. Like I can do this. And Mike's like, who cares? Like you are having a baby. Like be comfortable, be happy. I was like, you know what? Yeah. So I got the epidural, and it was like amazing. And so I was able to get some sleep. I was able to relax. Woke up the next morning. Obviously, they had to wake me up occasionally, move me around to make sure that the epidural was like going through me correctly. I couldn't feel anything. Like belly, like below my boobs and down, I couldn't feel a thing. So I couldn't feel contractions. Like I could feel the tightening, but that was it. And then they had to move me around, put a little peanut ball in between my legs, which is like an odd shaped yoga ball. It literally looks like a peanut, like this. And then they moved me around, and then my parents were coming in and out like occasionally, and just checking in on me. And then they'd like update me of how far I was dilated. And then like Mike went down. There was a scooters in the hospital, so Mike went down and got me a little matcha. It was so cute because I was drinking matchas at the time. Came back up, and while he was gone, my parents were in the room. I had thrown up, and it was just because of like all of the medication they were pumping into me. I hadn't eaten anything, and I felt so much better after throwing up. I was like, I'm good. Like I feel great. Like I literally felt on cloud 9. Like I felt so good. And then they're like, okay, you're at 9 centimeters. And so I like called my parents. They came. They were both in there for the delivery. And then finally they're like, okay, we're gonna start pushing. And I was like, okay. And it was just like the calmest thing ever. Like it was just so calm and peaceful. And then I pushed for an hour total, and then no tearing either. Very thankful for that. And all of a sudden, like all of these people start coming into the room, and they're like all gowned up and everything, and I'm like, I think my baby's about to be here. And I didn't hear what the doctor said, and he's like, one more push and we'll have your baby. And I was just like sitting there, and then I understood what he said. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So then I pushed. There she was. Like they laid her right on me. She pooped on me. It was just like, I don't know, such a great experience. And I am like not expecting that to be the case again. That would be absolutely amazing if it was the case. But I had amazing nurses. I do have a different doctor this time because he did move away, unfortunately, which is sad. But I like the OB I have now. He's fine. But Mike prepared me to like go into labor, like view it as like expect the worst, hope for the best. Like expect that you're going to go in there, you're going to be miserable, this is going to be terrible, this is going to be the worst experience of your life. And I know that's not a great way to look at it, but if you view it that way, then you are expecting like the worst thing to happen. And then you get there and then you're like, this isn't so bad. So I'm very thankful that he kind of like mentally prepared me for that. Because the experience was just like so amazing for me. But really hoping and praying that I can get induced this time around, because we do have some bigger events going on this summer, and it would make my life a lot easier, make everything just better if I can get induced before I hit my 40 weeks. I will be full term a week or two before Easter, so maybe we can plan to get induced right before Easter or right after. I don't know, but that's how we're feeling. That's how everything's going. I do have an appointment tomorrow for my 34-week appointment, so I'll keep y'all updated. But yeah,